Jesus Say Yes. This is a great song. Very fun because even a beginner can play it, and it's mostly a 4-chord song. I'm going to be basing this on an interpretation of the song from Evan Lachey, and I'm sure there's other interpretations, but this is a great one to use, and you'll be playing quickly. So let's talk about how the song is structured. There's 3 parts: the When Jesus Say Yes part, the I'm Not Worried part, and then There's No Limit. So it's in the key of C, but it starts on the 4 chord, not the 1 chord. So that would be an F chord. F triad, if you want to play it very simply, to a C triad. Then all the way up to the G triad, and then back down to the C triad. And that's most of the song. All right, so if we put it to a beat, we're going to switch on the and of the beat like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right? And so now you're going to be bored with that really quickly. So let's do a little more interesting part with inversions. So part 1, When Jesus Say Yes, we'll start with the F chord, but a second inversion. All right, and we're going to use fingers 1, 2, and 4 because that ring finger is going to want to go to the G. I mean, not the ring finger. The middle finger is going to want to go to the G of the triad, of the C triad, which is the next chord. Then we're going to go to the G chord, but let's play the first inversion of G, and let's break it up like that. And then we'll end on the C triad, but we're going to skip the top note. All right, so like this. That's the first half of part 1. Then I'm going to do some walk-up notes into the F chord. But not the same F chord we did last time. That was the second inversion. Now we're going to the first inversion. Fingers 1, 2, and 5, baby, because we're going to go to fingers 1, 2, and 4 of the C second inversion, and then we're going to go to the G, fingers 1, 2, and 3, and then back to the C. And the reason I use that fingering and the reason I care about fingering is I want you to fly as you get more advanced. And if you're an advanced student, I apologize for the fundamentals here, but notice how the fingers are assigned to certain notes. The C is assigned to the pointer, and the D to the middle, and the E to the ring, and the pinky to the F. So it goes like this. Right? Very interesting, fun, efficient way to play it. And if you can't get that at first, just alternate between the 1, 2, 5 of the F first inversion and the 1, 2, 4 of the C second inversion. Back and forth. If you want to make it interesting, now you can also do an exercise for the second change in there, which is the C to the G. And your thumb will stay the same, and your pointer will move. All right, so that's all of part 1. Now let's do the left hand of part 1. So we're going to start on the F with the pointer finger to the C, and then when we go to the G chord, we're going to break it up. All right. Then we're going to move the left hand down and walk it up with the right hand. And then to the F chord. But instead of playing the C there, I like to go to the E. G, G, C. All right, that's part 1. Now, part 2 is easier because it just is the second half of part 1 repeated, okay? And that's that. All right, so again, I like to have either the bass guitar or the piano just hang out on C. I'm not worried about a thing. All right. part 2. But at the very end of part 2, 'cause I know who's in con. All right, so that is a transition measure that gets you into the part 3. There's no limit. So how do we do that transition? It's just in the right hand is C minor scale. And on the left hand you walk down. C, B flat, A flat, G. And now we're ready for the first chord, which you hit 3 times, and it's a beautiful chord. F minor, add 9. All right, so that is a flat, C, and a G with your pinky, and the F and the bass. Now, if that's too hard, you could just do a little cheat version, which is a C minor triad. C, E flat, G, over an F. Repeat. Okay, so the next chord is a G minor 7, otherwise known as a B flat, second inversion, over a G. Play it 3 times. Again, 3 times. Now, you can put in a fun passing chord if you want, before you repeat the whole section. And so that's just a C over E. All right, so putting it together, and I'll play the advanced one. Ready to transition back to the beginning of the song, you just C over E, then you're back into part 1. All right, so that's the song in 3 parts. I hope you enjoy it.